Hey there, welcome back friends. Today we will try to create our first Spring Boot application which will actually work, and I will show you the console where we will start our Spring Boot application very easily. Now friends, we have already configured our Maven, and if we check pom.xml file, then the configuration, the things which we need to get started with Spring application are with us. If I show you the Maven dependencies, all the jars which we need is again available in our application. Now this is cool how to add all of these stuff as something which we have seen in our last video. Now finally let us create our first class. Now I will simply highlight this particular package and I will right click and create a new package first of all. So I will select this option and give the name of the package as org.steadyeasy.springboot. Alright, now friends, inside this particular package we would be adding a new class. Now friends, we will be adding a simple Java class, nothing else. So let us right click and add in a new class. Alright, now the name of the class would be blog API app. Alright, it will also contain the main method, and let us click on finish, and here is our class. Now friends, by definition of a Spring Boot, what is a Spring Boot application? A Spring Boot application is a standalone application. We need not to deploy it anywhere. It already comes with an instance of Apache Tomcat, and we can just run a Spring Boot application. Now in order to create a standalone application, it seems to be a tricky task, and there could be like multiple steps involved to build a standalone application. Now, as Spring Boot is opinionated and majorly all of the configuration comes with the defaults, as a result we can quickly create a Spring Boot application which will just run. Now in order to do that, we will make use of a annotation which is Spring Boot application. Let me try to autocomplete. Here we go. And with this particular annotation, we are specifying that this class is nothing but a class inside our Spring Boot application, and definitely this particular application has the starting point which is nothing but the main method, and this main method will be starting our Spring application. Now let me show you how to actually start or initiate a Spring Boot application. Now moving forward, how to execute this application. Now again, it is very simple. We can run this Spring Boot application by taking help of something known as Spring application. Now this particular class is available to us because of this annotation, and if we check, we have a method by the name of run in here. So make use of this run method, and we need to give the primary source and args. Now what is this primary source? This primary source is nothing but the class with the main method. So in here the class is blog API app dot class, and the next parameter, the second argument, is nothing but args. Now this args parameter is nothing but this particular argument. Now friends, we are doing what? We are simply passing on the command line argument to the run method as well. This applies that we can definitely pass on the command line argument directly to our APIs, to the application, to the Spring Boot application, right? So this is fantastic. Now friends, currently this particular application is doing nothing, but yet this is a complete Spring Boot application, and I can prove this fact. If I highlight this project and I run this project straight away as a Java application, then we would be able to see on our console that Spring application will start, and there would be information related to Spring Boot. Now on the console it is showing up a Spring. This is nothing but a representation of the logo Spring. Then moving forward, it is also showing up the release, the version of Spring Boot which we are using, and in here if I show you, this particular part. It says started blog API app in 5.675 seconds, and this applies that our Spring Boot application is in fact working even though there is no business logic implemented inside this application. Alright, so this is nothing but our first Spring Boot application, and we will definitely do much more than this in our forthcoming videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in next video soon. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and take care.